deals that are available this holiday season at the Home Depot. And to be honest with you, it left me, well, kind of wanting more. Last year, it was buy one kit, you got two tools free. That's not available this year. This year, it's buy a tool, buy a kit, get a tool for free, or get a battery. It was kind of lackluster. And then the worst part is, as if Home Depot wasn't a big enough disappointment, I go to Lowe's, they don't even have their holiday power tool display out. So again, they're falling behind just like they did last year, as though they have nothing better in this world to do than lose money to the competition. Yeah, it's been great. How you doing, Sharush? Glad to see you here. Unannounced live, by the way. You got a light for free? Very nice, Terry. No, this is kind of an informal thing. Don't know how long I'll be on. What's up, B-Dub? I just wanted to talk about it because it's so bad this year. Not bad, but disappointing, probably the better word. You know, we wait all year essentially for the fourth quarter to get the best possible deals, and well, this ain't it. Hi, Dan. Madame Thumb. What's up, Ted McDonald? Been forever. Glad to see you're still around. We appreciate you being here. Hey, Jamie True. Into the Wild. Respect. I respect you as well. Thank you for coming all the way from Ireland. I hope the flight was not too bad for you, coming all the way off of your phone. Cheer up. I know how you feel there, Jasper. The best live is the random live. Well, we're going to see. I had to fix my tripod before we went on because for some reason it just doesn't go up anymore. Maybe it needs Viagra or something. I don't know. Ted is a G. Yeah, he is. Rooster Lollipop. We all know what that means. Probably one of the shirts that melt liberal hearts everywhere. Is this a new style live stream? That's the one YouTube wants me to use. How's that? Face for radio too. Thank you, Trailer Trash. Thanks. I appreciate your attempt at trying to troll us. That's not even good. Yeah, it's the Makita brand shirt. Says remove the word don't. $200 for two 5-amp hour batteries in the charger. Free tool is something I shouldn't miss. No, it's very disappointing this year. What you should do, it depends on the girl there, Terry. What you should do is get the free tool, or, well, not free, the included tool or the reduced price tool. Return the freaking batteries. The batteries aren't even that good on Milwaukee. The DeWalt batteries, honestly, I did the video. It'll be out. I got to edit it and whatnot. So I'm hoping to get it out tomorrow or Saturday. Did the deal video for Home Depot. And unlike every other channel, because every other channel, they're out there kissing that booty to try to get more free tools. I don't care about your free tool. I just want to tell the people the truth so they're not wasting their money on bad stuff. Well, unlike every other channel, I'm doing the deal video and I'm like, this is good. This sucks. This is a good tool. This is one you should never buy, even if it's for an enemy. Everybody else is like, oh, you got to be nice. You got to be whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm from the job site. Nice ain't part of what I do. It's not part of my lexicon. Thanks, Andre. So I just found it interesting. Now, I might at some point need to ask you guys for help in getting my garage door replaced, but just so you know, I don't want to take sponsors on my channel. I've had to agree to 2 for next month, 2 videos, but one is a product that I have, actually it's a company that I have used for years, so I don't really mind doing that. And then there's another one, I'm charging them. I'm like, look, I ain't even looking at your tool unless you pay me. So I don't want to do those kind of things, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know, I got to make ends meet. I got a $3,000 door to replace here and another like $8,000 in tools. Vince looks like he works for Milwaukee. He works for whoever pays him. How does my old ass get to the normal live stream? Sunday, 7 o'clock, just like always. I'm doing the vertical live streaming because that is exactly what YouTube wants us to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. They push it out in a way that the old live stream, the horizontal live stream, never got pushed out. So this is what we're going to be doing. Sorry. That's right. Ain't no shame when help is needed. Yeah, man, since I retired, I don't have any extra income coming in. So, yeah, unfortunately, I might have to ask some of you guys to like donate to the channel, or I don't know how to do GoFundMe stuff or any of that other stuff. Like, this is it. This is all I do. Thank you, JR. I wore this shirt out around all day, and I had a hat that said something else. Vince works for the R&D department of Santa's workshop. I thought he got killed. Sorry, Ted. Look, when you're getting 40,000 people to show up for a live stream because YouTube says, well, we'll push you out, you kind of got to go, aye, aye. What's up, NorCal? No, it's just funny that the tools, the prices haven't really changed. They haven't changed in like several years. High-end Milwaukee kit, drill, impact driver, 2 5-amp hour batteries, $399. You go through pretty much the last 4 or 5 years, it's the same. Just different gen, right? But the same pricing. Milwaukee, that's them. DeWalt, they got the 1007 coming out, so the flex volt hammer drill, $100 cheaper than it was last year, but still, you're spending $300. The pricing of the power tools has been pretty consistent. The deals this year stink. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate you, man. I need to get rich and make Vince review some cheap Chinese power tools. Maybe he'll get to the Makita one day. Apache Helicopter on his 20th anniversary is here. And congratulations on 20 years. I hear it's the Blumpkin anniversary, but I could be wrong. Milwaukee nail gun, $329 for the nail gun. I did see that. The finish nailer is decent. Milwaukee makes the best nailers. I know people don't like to hear that because they get all into their feelings about brands. I don't care about your brand. I don't care about any of them, right? To me, it's just a tool. I want to spend my money on the best tool possible. I want you to spend your money on the best tool possible. You can't do that if you're loyal to just one brand, or if you only buy one brand. You're going to buy some dogs if you're only going for one. They were $200 Sunday. Dang. Pawn shop has deals on the wall. Don't. Thank you, Ian. Yeah. Thank you, James. I appreciate you pointing that out every time you're here. Antarctica? Congratulations, Keith. See you guys. Take it easy, Apache. I'm looking to get into an ecosystem and going all in. I've used random Milwaukees and DeWalts my entire life. Do you think Hercules could be a good idea? No, I don't. Budget is your main concern. If budget's your main concern, the best value in the tool world today is, and it has been, rigid for the longest time. They have a bigger platform than Hercules. They have better tools than Hercules. They have a better warranty than Hercules. They even warranty the batteries in its lifetime. It's not 5 years. It's not 3 years. It's lifetime. Register within 90 days. Upload a copy of your receipt. You're covered. Make sure you buy it from Home Depot. There it is. I'm a son of Donald Trump. I wish I were. I'd have more money. Vince is a Makita gnome. He's probably riding that Makita D till that check clears. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you pointing out the garage door spring is broken. Yes, somebody tried to break in, and when they did, they put something under the door to try to lift it up. They bent my bar for my garage door. You can see it up here. They bent this. You can see this. You might not be able to see it, but the chain's hanging a little low. They bent the door in 2 places, and they broke the spring. So thanks for pointing it out. I kind of know already because I filled out the police report. Buy your own tools back from the pawn shop. Well, that's a great idea, Paul, if I knew where they went. I did hear about the glitch that happened at the depot a couple of days ago. I didn't get in on it. Even if I had heard about it, I didn't have the cash to take advantage of it at that point. So I did hear about it, and I wish. Best router and jigsaw for the beginner. If you're a beginner and a true beginner, I would tell you to get a corded router because they're going to be cheap. Don't care about the brand. And as far as a jigsaw goes, if you want to get a cordless jigsaw, for my money, you cannot go wrong with the Flex. The Flex, it has an easy start. And it also has plenty, and I mean plenty of power. You're definitely going to be very good if you do that. I am not selling anything. Did you check out the deals? Yes, I even emailed you back. I don't know what Zelle is, so no. I have no idea what that is. I have YouTube. That's all I got is YouTube. No, I'm not selling anything. Looking the Milwaukee 2904 deal, where do you buy that kit and get an 8 amp hour Forge battery? Well, the best place to buy Milwaukee is Home Depot. Biggest selection and easiest. I don't know of a kit right now that includes the 8 amp hour Forge battery. You would have to buy that separate. Tyler, I answered you, sorry. I'm with you, Paul. Uh-huh. Hey, Ren, glad to see you made it. I expect to spend much this year. Yeah, the deals this year are terrible. Not terrible, but not as good as they have been for the last, 5, 6, 7 years. They're okay. They're not great. Still some money to be saved. Certainly you're going to save money now more than probably you will at any other time in the year. But the deals just aren't as good as they have been in previous years. Yeah, I showed that you can hack the Milwaukee trim router for, $99.50 right now. Harbor Freight. Bosch routers are great. I don't have Cash App either. I don't know, like techie stuff, I am not there. Sorry, Kansas Tools just showed up. So how you doing, Kansas? I don't want to see a twerk off between those two. That would be terrible. What about Klein Tools Impact Driver? Don't buy it. It's a waste of money. There you go. Give me cash or a check. I'm with you, Ted. I'm a simple guy. If you want to donate to the channel, donate to the channel. I don't do the other stuff because I don't know how to do the other stuff. Diligent Dave, how you been? So here's the deal. Like, somebody explain this to me. How can Lowe's, who's been hurting for sales all year, Like, they haven't met their sales goals at all this year. Matter of fact, they dropped them for the third and fourth quarter. How are they letting Home Depot get the jump on them 2 years in a row? They used to start same day, right? Not this year, not last year. Matter of fact, I think it was 2 full weeks last year before Lowe's decided to join the fourth quarter party. And by that time, most of the tool buying was done. What do I think of Cobalt power tools? They're a good mid-range tool. Opinion of Bosch Professional in general. I think Bosch is a great brand, very unrepresented, and a fantastic tool. If you put Bosch on a video, though, no one watches. Yes, they do. Oh, Lowe's is a money launderer. I don't know about all that. In a theoretical situation, you had either one. What do you think is winning? Joe probably would just, so I'll go with the other guy. Flex tools need to go on sale more. I agree with you. 100%. Flex has hurt themselves time and time again. First of all, the pricing on their tools isn't where it should be. As an introductory line, they're under 5 years old. They should be trying to hook people to get them to buy their tools. And what they're doing is they're saying our tools are a premium. Buy them. It doesn't work like that. Let the people buy them and then have them tell you that they're a premium tool so you can increase your pricing later. Husky is selling the $100 mechanics tool set, same as they do every year. 270 pieces, lifetime warranty. There you go. My DeWalt tools got stolen and I've since switched to Milwaukee and I've loved it. Way to go, Brandon. That's up to you. Not pro grade? What's not pro grade? I agree. Hercules is 100% a consumer grade, not professional grade tool. Some of their tools are professional grade. Don't get me wrong. But by and large, I don't think Hercules, actually, no, Hercules will not hold up to the rigors of a job site. You're allowed to love what you love, Richie. Don't be a rooster. It's another name for a rooster. And that may not be a lollipop. Flex says goodbye. Well, Tough Built. Cooch, that's Tools and Tactics. For any of you guys that aren't familiar with who we are, he's another channel here on YouTube. He thought that Tough Built, thank you, Alan, I appreciate that. Can I highlight this? It doesn't allow me to highlight that, Alan, but I'm going to give you a heart on that and like it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Picked up the DeWalt DCD 1007 and the FlexVolt tools to my DeWalt collection. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Alan. I love the FlexVolt line, but yeah, I think you're going to be happy with those. Austin, you're an, yeah. YouTube told me to be nicer to the people that show up in my live. So I can't tell you what I want to say, but I can assure you it wasn't nice. Milwaukee sucks. Like what you like. Rigid is the best value in the tool world today. DeWalt is also legit. I'm not loyal to any of them. Me either. I think buy the best from every brand and have multiple platforms. It's the only way to guarantee that you've got the best. Best means increased productivity. Increased productivity means more money in your pocket. Who doesn't want more money in their pocket? You guys know what I'm saying. What's your ranking of top pro grade tools? Depends on what you're talking about. Milwaukee, DeWalt at the top with, and I'm going to include Bosch in there because Bosch is an incredible tool brand as well. Below that, I'm going to go Rigid, Metabo, Festool. Hilti, because they don't quite keep up with those other guys, but they're not bad. Below that, I'm going to go with Cobalt, Hercules. Flex is definitely up there with the best. Just depends. Makita at the very bottom because it is overpriced, underpowered, underperforming trash. You just got the 860 and you don't know what to think about it. I hate the 860. It's uncomfortable. It vibrates too much. It's not a great tool. They did something weird with the handle. It does not feel the same. It doesn't have that typical DeWalt grip. So I can say without any hesitation or reservation that I don't like the 860. What's the matter with somebody who just so you guys know, Ted McDonald can say whatever the heck he wants. He's a longtime member here. He's been with us longer than anybody else. He and Paul W. They can insult me if they want to. I don't mind because they've been here so long. They can say whatever they want. They're good dudes. The 887 last good impact they made, I would agree with that. The 887 was kind of their flagship for a long time. And then it kind of like didn't keep up, and they haven't kept up. The 860, their latest offering, nine new impact drivers in 3 years from DeWalt. 9. None of them great. I'm okay. I have a respiratory infection. So there you go. All right, Sharush, I appreciate you, buddy. What's the thoughts on the 1/2-inch impact wrench? What brand do you think has the best one? The one I think has the best one is the one that, like, I don't really like their impact drivers. I think the DeWalt has the best impact wrench. Their high torque impact wrench, second to none. It's way better than the Milwaukee. Flex, I don't like the way the Flex operates. Yes, less vibration, but it dampens the tool, and thank you, Yaska. It dampens the tool and makes it kind of unwieldy. I can't read your name, ZBX3. Sorry, guy. I've had an infection in my lungs for over a month. I can't get rid of it. So whatever. And no, I will not say that. I don't care who you are. Thank you, Chicago Gamer. What power tools do you or did you own? Ooh, let's see. There's a few of them back there. Can you guys see that? I own quite a few yet. And then to think, there used to be more on there, but we had some theft issues here recently that caused me to lose out. It might be, well, I'm not in the Ozarks, so. DAJJ, I'm going to help you out here, brother. I'm not going to have you insult one of my longtime members. So goodbye. That's the way it works. Look, if you want to have civil discourse in my chat, fine. If you want to have a back and forth about tools, fine. When you start to insult one of the members of my community, you're gone. That's the way it's going to work. I do not live in the Ozarks. I live in Missouri, but not in the Ozarks. The Pro Gear 2.0 is on sale at Depot right now. Pretty much the same deal that they ran last month, but it goes all the way to February. Yeah, we don't need like the negative Nancy's, the people that are just here to insult somebody. We don't need those. Like, if you guys want to insult me, have at it. I don't care. Like, I'm not sleeping with any of you. My wife is upstairs and she doesn't watch my videos because she ain't into tools. But if you guys want to insult me, fine. You insult one of the members of my community, you got to go. It's just the way it works. If you insult my wife, you're also going to go. Or my son. Go. It's all right, Caleb. Back to Europe. That's up to you, Koning. You can pick only one brand for 18 volt, one for 12, and one for quarter. Which are the three brands you go for? 18, rigid, best value. 12 volt, there's only one 12 volt. That'd be Milwaukee. And corded, Bosch, because Bosch has a Bulldog. And that Bosch Bulldog is better than anything anyone's ever made as a rotary hammer. Yeah, it's all right, guys. Don't worry about seeing it. You remind me if daddy stepdad. What? Oh, Koning, you're out of here too. Don't like it? Don't watch. That's easy, guys. If you don't like what I say, if you can't prove me wrong, and I challenge everyone to prove me wrong. But if you can't prove me wrong, then go away. It's easy. You're adults, most of you. Go away if you don't like it. What's up, Napalm? All right, Michael. Best 12 volt, the best 12 volts, not DeWalt. DeWalt only makes one good 12 volt tool. One. And the rest of them are kind of trashy. And the best one, that the 12 volt tool that they make that's great is their oscillating multi-tool, which is better than anything Milwaukee makes. And an OMT, there you go. The 1007 or the Bosch 1313. That's a difficult choice because I have fallen in love with that 1007. The 1330, I haven't used yet. I liked it. I can't figure out a reason to buy the 1330. So for me, I'm going to go with the DeWalt. May not be as powerful as the Bosch, but I've enjoyed it. And when you enjoy a tool, that's the right tool. That's the one I like. Oh, okay. $5 Canadian from David Edwards. A store that sells Flex in my city, Ottawa, has decided they are no longer going to sell Flex. That's terrible. They're 50 to 60% off. Oh, the Rona, yeah, formerly Lowe's in Canada. Well, that's a shame because Flex makes great tools. Just nobody got excited to buy them. Afraid of the dark. What contract work do I do primarily? I'm retired right now, but I retired from doing 32 years. 32 years out in the field. 28 years in commercial and residential building, where I built some of the best buildings in the United States. And then 4 years as a contractor for the U.S. Department of Energy, putting up solar farms for military bases around the world. A good time with a tool, much like a taste. Most people feel the same about it. I have no idea what you're talking about, Michael. No, for me, I love power tools. I don't really care the brand as long as it's not Makita. I don't like Makita. I'm very upfront about not liking Makita. If you discount my opinion on Makita, that's up to you. I just don't like it. Can you take the tires off with your M18 fuel impact driver? You could. You shouldn't, but you could. It won't hurt the tool doing it, but it'll definitely hurt the adapter that you're using. You install solar panels? There you go. It's my least favorite, what? Favorite thing about solar was you're typically, especially doing solar farms, you're out there, it's just a crew of 4 or 5 of you. It's quiet. You're picking on each other all day. Also, educating people about solar was very, very fun. My least favorite thing about solar, the salespeople that lied to the homeowner. Sorry. The 860 you can tell is extremely powerful, but it feels very unfamiliar. My problem with the 860, and you guys that don't own it, you don't know. The ones of you that do know it, you don't drive the fasteners that I'm driving. You're not doing the 10-inchers like I do on a daily basis. Sorry. It kicks down. Like you're using it and it kicks down the speed and the power. And it's a noticeable difference. I've done it live. I've shown people live. Both the Asian and the American versions did the same thing. So it's consistently bad that way. So I hate an inconsistent tool. If a tool is inconsistent, I think it's a bad tool and it's a tool you shouldn't buy. So yeah, the 860 is a tool I would not recommend. I cannot read Russian, but I appreciate you being here. Thanks, Napalm. I roast them every day. Hey, David. Sebastian, how are you? South Florida Tools, what's up, my man? Makita is another one. They never have sales. They're on sale right now at Depot, but they're terrible. You work for the electric utility. We have to break the news to them that they've been lied to. Oh, dude. Stinky, I feel your pain there. The worst lie that you're going to get from solar, the guys that say this will completely offset your electric bill. It never does. They never tell people that in solar, the array that you're getting, because they always sell you on the K-dub and how it's more than you need, and oh, you'll never have an electric bill. That's all a lie, right? It's all a lie. Your solar array will only work at its optimal rating for 20 days out of the year. Most of the time, you're at about 75 to 80% of the maximum rating of that array. That means, and a lot of the installers, they don't use the right P's. Solar guy knows what I'm talking about. So N-phase, SE, who's the other one? They all clip, right? Now, a P355, you can go up to a 280 watt panel. You need, so it's under, right? Now, the higher you get with those P's, and that's the connector in the back that allows the array, the optimizer, or the microinverter to supply power down to your home. Most of the installers out there do not know the P rating of what they're doing. So they just buy the most economical one that they can find. And it's typically clipping your array even worse, so that you'll never get to that full array. Why are you out of breath just from talking? JQ, as I have mentioned, I have a respiratory infection that I have had for over a month. So yeah, it's a little hard for me to breathe, and I'm sorry that offends you, but do you know what the letters JCCAIC means? Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Have you not used Ego? Ego's a great tool, great brand, best batteries for outdoor power equipment. Very, very limited. Don't like that they left Home Depot to go to Lowe's. I think it was a huge mistake, but hey. I haven't heard of any battery alliance in Europe. Yeah, I don't know. What do I think of the Husky brand? It's a decent enough homeowner grade brand. None of the tools are professional grade, in my opinion. Nothing that Husky makes is professional grade. I focus typically on professional level tools, though sometimes I'll dabble into the homeowner grade. To me, they're just not there. I have some Husky tools, and every Husky tool that I bought just infuriated me, and I ended up smashing it. Thoughts on the Gen 3 Milwaukee M12? Nice to be on the line for the first. Well, Rebecca, M12, the Gen 3, by far the best generation of 12-volt tools that Milwaukee has made. Head and shoulders above the last gen. Milwaukee's the only 12-volt brand worth buying. The rest of them are, well, just sad in comparison. I think a flame blower is a great tool. All right. Ego is awesome. Hello from Russia. Well, hello from the United States. Do I spell check? I don't care. Milwaukee makes my prostate swell. Well, you're not supposed to insert the tools anally. What a weird thing. Where are these people coming from tonight? Like, is there a crack convention on YouTube and everyone decided to go smoke and come here? All right, I don't know if the chat froze or not. Sorry, I was trying to catch up. What do I think about the Caterpillar making hand tools? I know they make power tools, and their power tool offerings haven't been all that exciting. As far as hand tools, I won't know. I don't have an opinion on the power tools until they are on the hand tools until they actually make them, and then I'll have to see them, feel them, kind of get acquainted with them before I make any definitive statement. I think anybody coming into making more tools, making the process, the competition better is worth it. I enjoy competition, and I think it's only good for the consumer. All right. So either I am not getting all the, there we go. Is it childish to stick to one brand? Not really a fan. No, it is not childish at all. It's childish. Well, it is childish to be in only one brand. It is not childish to go through multiple brands. I had to swap out a ratchet under warranty. Gears locked up. Yeah, I don't like the Husky. The Husky, they've got that 12-volt electric ratchet. Save yourself the money. Don't buy it. It's terrible. As a matter of fact, and this is going to sound like the most audacious thing that anybody's ever said to you, the 12-volt Hyper Tough from Walmart is superior to the Husky. Are battery shop vacs worth it? They can be, especially if you're on a job site with no power. They're 100% worth it. For a guy at home, they're just a nice little gimmick. Florida is kind of wild with solar. Every other detach we do install was done. Oh, so terrible you wouldn't believe. Dude, I've seen guys not bond it. Kona Days. Thank you, Kona. I appreciate that. Happy holidays to you as well. I know my tool loot. Thank you. I've done quite a bit. Can you ask me a question? Sure. Why do I call men ma'am when they disagree with me? It's because they act like whiny little. It's an itch with a B at the beginning. When they whine about a tool brand, I can't stand it. I get no money from any of these brands, so I'm not beholden to any of them, and I can just say what I want. I don't really care about brand. other than Makita, I hate Makita. I just want the tools. Like I want to have the tools. I want to use the tools. I want to experience what they can do and how they feel. That's the most important part of it. What do I think of EVs? I have one. I get about in the winter, I get about 60 miles to the gallon with my EV. And in the winter or in the spring and summer, I get about 90 miles to the gallon. I have a Ford Escape hybrid. So I've got the gas and I have the electric. I try to run that electric as much as I can to save myself money. Hey, Colton. How good is the clutch on the compact M18? Great. It's consistent. It's like any other Milwaukee clutch. Once it hits, it'll continue to drive. For some reason, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Thank you, Michael. In that aspect, it's maddening, but it's at such a slow rate that it doesn't really matter. Thank you, Alex. I like my shirt as well. I disagree with you, Candace. I think every tool brand became lazy since being able to lock customers in their overpriced battery platform. Oh, I don't know about that one. And they have enough reason to innovate as much as I think everybody's been innovating. See, what you're talking about is like if one tool brand dominated, like Makita in the early part of the 2000s and into the early 2010s. Makita dominated the power tool space. Every job site had Makita. And if it wasn't Makita, it was Black & Decker. Those were the two big guys, right? 2006, 2008, you started to see Milwaukee trickle in. And then a little later on, you started seeing DeWalt come back. But Makita, by and large, had the biggest piece of that pie. Right, probably at one point about 70% of all job sites had Makita tools as the main brand. Then Makita just said, we're number one. We don't have to innovate. We don't have to really move past this. They got to rest on their laurels. And then about 2014, that's when the biggest switch happened. 2014, there's just a mass exodus away from Makita and into other brands. And right now, DeWalt and Milwaukee are right there neck and neck with each other, although Milwaukee does appear to be moving ahead, but they're not so far ahead that they can stop and take a break, right? So, because if they do, as we just saw with the 1007, DeWalt passed them, easily passed them in power and performance, they passed them. The 860 is a better impact driver than the Milwaukee Gen 4. That being said, Milwaukee, every single year, they come out with more and more and more. They're crossing across every trade, unlike anybody else really has ever done. Automotive, construction, plumbing, you name it, electrical, you name it, truly Milwaukee they have a serious presence in every single trade. That is not something anybody else can say right now, but I will say DeWalt ain't far behind. I mean, when Milwaukee is competing with Rigid in the plumbing space, you know that's serious, because Rigid Red, I'm talking about the Rigid Red, the professional grade Rigid. When Milwaukee outsells them at the depot, that's showing you how serious they are. Sorry. Okay. No, I don't have a full EV. Sorry. I still like having the gas option. Can I ask you something? I'm thinking of moving to America. Do you think it's livable there? Yes. pockets of the country are kind of unaffordable for most people. If you come in with a good set of skills and a lot of knowledge, you'll be just fine. If you come in to live off the dole, it's going to suck everywhere. But America's still the greatest country on earth, the last hope for humanity. We are that bright, shining city on the hill that everyone dreams of coming here and being here. Is Makita innovating? No. No. Their biggest innovations of the last several years, X-Lax or X-Lax, which they had to purchase from Bosch. Most of their current offerings are just rebranded from other companies where they've paid a royalty to put it Makita on it. Fisher Price, that's ryobi for you. I'm not going to explain the shirt. Serious questions. Thoughts on the DCF 900? I had the DCF 900. I enjoyed it. I think it's one of the better impact, if not the best impact wrench on the market. I know they updated. I think it's a 961 or something now. But I had the 900. It's heavy, but it's powerful, and it's definitely worth the money. And I wish I still had it. Sold roof installs where the panels are facing either. What? Wow. JT, how do you sell that to a homeowner? Well, we're going to put your panel in wrong, but it'll make you feel good. Why do I like hybrids over? Oh, you were asking Kansas. Flex is the new best? No. No, they're very good. They're up there with the best. They're not the best. Their lineup's not big enough. Their sales aren't good enough. Their location is terrible for a professional grade tool. Lowe's caters to the homeowner, not the professional. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but it is true. In every respect, Lowe's is the place where good tool companies go to die. All right. We have a guy on our crew who installs and holds on to Makita and tries to say it's the best. Mark, put a good tool in his hand and ask him how it feels. Although, just don't bend over in front of them. You'll get something you don't exactly want to stay for. Straight garbage. Stay away from pack out. Vac. Okay. Flex is too big for people that actually use their tools all day. Well, then you're really going to hate the 1007 and the 860 because they're heavier than the Flex offerings. If you want vacuums, that's the thing. When it comes to vacuums, and I'll just say this because you guys are talking about it. When it comes to vacuums, if you're on a job site and you say, give me the rigid or get me the rigid, you tell the little apprentice or the journeyman, well, not the journeyman, but you tell the apprentice, the guys that are just there, the cleanup crew, get me the rigid, they're going to get you a wet dry vac. And it's going to be a rigid because rigid, as far as vacuums go, they dominate the trades. And by all means, one of the best wet dry vacs out there, best warranty as well, because it's a full warranty on a rigid wet dry vac. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Full warranty in its lifetime, not lifetime of the product, lifetime, your lifetime, the person that purchased it. Landscaping, Milwaukee Ego, Echo, I think Toro. Those are really the ones that you're going to find if you're doing landscaping. I like the hybrid, and I'm going to stay with hybrid, Trevor. Milwaukee was front and center at the show floor at NECA 2024. Yeah, that makes sense. How many people are going to drag politics into tool argument? Don't ask me, dude. I don't know. I don't talk about politics very often on my channel. If you do, we can go there, but I don't wanna. If you don't know who I'm voting for, I have an American flag hanging outside of my house. Have I ever tried Metabo air tools? Yep. I just switched from Bostitch. Good move. Love it so far. I have the framing nailer. Great. Metabo makes a great nailer. They all work great. I'm glad you found something you like, David Edwards. Been running 10-inch fasteners in your booty for 6.5 hours straight. Milwaukee touches you and donkey kicks. With a makita drill inside. Okay. You're weird. Congratulations. You rode the short bus. Milwaukee electrical section is bigger than Klein at my local Home Depot right now. It's bigger than Klein at every Home Depot because Klein is going to only offer a very limited selection of tools at Home Depot as they are focusing on Lowe's. And for all of those guys that are out there going, I'll never buy a Milwaukee tool. Yes, you will. Guaranteed, you will. You're going to be at a job site. You're going to forget a tool. You're going to go to another customer's house. You're going to be like, oh, shoot, I forgot it. You're going to run to Home Depot. You're going to buy the Milwaukee that's there. And that's how you're going to start it. So don't lie. It is what it is. I'll never use the metric system. What's this? Somebody asked for me by name. Yeah, I already answered about the 900. I already answered it. Think it's a great impact wrench. One of the better ones on the market. Heavy, but great. All right, I'm just going to go to the bottom of the chat now. Sorry if I missed anybody. I'm with you, Joy. Why do you always have to lump some of us with the Makita fans? I'm proud I rode a short bus. Sorry, Jeremy. Oh, Sharouche, you give me way too much credit. The United States has been better. It'll be better after I'm dead than it is right now. Well, I live out in the country, so I definitely need to have it. I have to have gas as well. I can't just do the battery option, or else I wouldn't even make it to a Tesla station. Top 3 tool brand, price doesn't matter. Oh, that's easy. Rigid, best tool value in the world today, or best value in the tool world today. Then Milwaukee, and then it's Metabo. As a matter of fact, I prefer the feel of Metabo over any brand. Thanks, Ted. Metabo, yeah, Metabo. For me, DeWalt's just too inconsistent with their tool offerings. Sorry. What do I think about the Festool track saw? Festool track saw is probably the best track saw in the world, but it's overpriced, and overpriced tools is not something I'm going to invest money in, because why would I? What are your thoughts on the Ford Lightning and the bi-directional charging? Cool. Another name for our rooster, by the way, guys, is a chicken. Chickens don't have this hood, or that little whatever they call it. Do I have a suggestion for a track saw? I own the Milwaukee track saw. I think it's great. The Rigid, which they're price competitive, is fantastic. And DeWalt, probably the most powerful track saw out there. Ryobi is for men. Everything else is for sissies. You should probably let your husband buy the tools, Alec. There's a guy on site who uses a Bosch track saw, and it's much smoother than Festool. Way to go, Radine. I had no idea. What's this, gamer? Tips on buying used tools. Go to a pawn shop. Don't buy off Facebook Marketplace. A lot of those are stolen. Would I get an EV pickup truck? Sure. Chili or beef stew for dinner? Chili. I'm totally milking that hack you showed us about how Home Depot's deals and returning. Dude, do it. That's what it's there for. We talked about hacks for years now on the channel as an attempt to help you guys out, save money. Because don't pay full price for tools. It's just foolish if you do. And it's something that Home Depot is aware of. They know it happens. I've been to their meetings and they've talked to me about it. Just here locally, one of the store managers was asking me about it and why I would suggest it to people. And I told her exactly why. And she said, that makes sense. They've not changed the rules and they don't care. Rigid is the best bang for the buck. Ah, you're welcome, Lexi. Imperial 95% of construction in Canada. It's just so much easier. Inches and feet are just so much easier to do the math. Yeah, I said it, metric guys. I'm not borrowing anything from the French. Well, a pawn shop, if the tools are stolen and the homeowner knows, like when you get and this is something I have to start doing actually because of the theft recently, write down your serial numbers. You can give it to the police if you find out that your tools are stolen. If they'll go to the pawn shops. If they find your tools in the pawn shop, they'll give them back to you. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate you being here, man. Who has the best batteries? Ego. Hey. Yeah. Take it easy, Ted. Thanks for being here, man. Harbor Freight or Home Depot? Every day of the week, twice on Sunday, it's going to be Home Depot for me. The more serious you get about tools, the less likely you are to go to Home Depot for much. You'll go to Home Depot for the specialized one-off that you don't need to spend a whole lot of money on. Top 3 is DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Rigid. All right, Matt. I appreciate it, Roberto. It saves. I don't know about saving lives, but I enjoy doing them. The DeWalt planer hack for 91 bucks is great. Is Festool garbage? No, they're just overpriced. Jaws, duck. Just can't never pay full price. Yeah. Metric is 100% more confusing. I'm with you, Keegan. I don't like it. Meters? What the heck's a meter? I want my feet, my inches and my yards, man. I can do the math on those real easy. I can do 1/8 of an inch faster than you can do your little decimal points. Top tool on your list that I want. Ooh. God. It's it's probably going to sound boring to find out what I want, what tools excite me. It's kind of difficult to figure because there's so many. I saw a skill air hammer or a skill hammer today that I thought was real cool that I wanted to try. Only skill tool I've ever seen that I wanted to try. That would probably be the one. The skill little hammer. It's definitely not Makita. If Ego made a power tool look like a hammer drill, they do. They call it flex. There you go. I have a cordless planer already. I just accepted a deal with somebody to do a helical planer. They're going to send it to me. They're supposed to send it to me. I don't know. I don't know if it does. I just thought it looked cool because it is cordless. I don't need the pneumatics. I used to love those. You love the XGT? Ted, I didn't know you were going to come out today. Dang. What tool excites SoAlz? Kansas, that's you. You're a gay male and you find me attractive. Good for you. I don't. My wife finds me attractive too. You're the two people. I have a set of 3/8 lead punches. I heat those plastic punches and put my name on it. Thermoplastic. I signed mine with my tools with SoAlz. Have you tried DeWalt's Bluetooth neckband with speakers? No. I don't listen to radio. I don't listen to music. I haven't in over, that's probably close to 35 years now that I haven't listened to music. I stopped listening to music before I graduated high school. So radio, speakers, that sort of stuff doesn't thrill me at all because most of you guys would listen to music with it. I don't really listen to anything. I'm kind of a quiet guy and I like being quiet. Why are makita tools so expensive? Because they can't sell them and they know that they can't do the volume, so they have to. Any good blades for it? Good blades for what? I don't know. What's the worst injury I've had on site? I fell once off of a roof and I broke my shoulder, my collarbone, my right wrist, and I fractured my hip. It's probably the worst. The worst injury I ever got, I got hit by a car twice by the same person. It's all right. I needed a divorce anyway. And she broke my neck, so that was probably the worst. Ted. The sound of silence, man. I can't get enough of silence. Like, I was the youngest of 10, so it was always noisy as I was growing up. And when I found silence, I just enjoyed it the most. No, I'm not a robot. I just don't like music. Oh, go for CMT or Diablo. CMT. CMT blades are infinitely superior to Diablo. And if it's not a CMT, go with a fine. There you go. What's my best advice for entrepreneurs? Fail. If you can fail, you're going to learn. And that's the best and easiest way to figure out what you're doing wrong. Also, hire people that disagree with you on some things. Not yes men. You don't want to surround yourself with yes men, because yes men just get you into trouble. And then by the time you figure out what you're doing wrong, it's too late and it's probably beyond the point where you can successfully maneuver. Also, don't expand too quickly, right? Focus on your processes first, what you're doing well. If you can focus on your processes to the point where you can write it down step for step, what you do and how you approach things, you can teach it to others. That's when you can multiply. Am I religious? My ring, as you can see, has the cross. I wore another ring, also had a cross on it. Yes. Best blade manufacturer and tooth count for a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. Easy choice here. CMT. CMT orange blades. Buy them now, thank me later. If you get them from Menards, they're going to be cheap. Yes, Ego and Flex are the same company, owned by Chevron, not Chevron, Chevron. Yeah, she broke my neck, Sharush. It's all good. Really? Yes, really. So the one time I opened the garage and she hit me in the chest with a Ford Explorer and shot me into the wall. And then the second time I was walking down the street and she pinned me between a Chevy Cavalier and a brick stoop. And I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but you guys can see I have scars like in my neck and in my chest from where the brick embedded itself into my body. No, Domingo, nobody is the best. Sorry to break it to you. What got you into the trades? Oh, you know what? When I was 14 years old, it's going back a ways. When I was 14 years old, my dad would wake me up at about 2 o'clock in the morning to help reno the house that we had just bought. And it was in terrible shape. After school let out that year, he got me into one of his buddies' crew as I was doing the cleanup, and it was a roofing crew, and I was doing the ground cleanup. By the end of the summer, they had me carrying the shingles and getting up there and doing a lot of the roofing, and that kind of got me into it. And I just kind of stayed. Did other things. I owned 7 companies. I did other things, but yeah. Paint and permanent marker can be sanded away. I think a lot of the modern music is bad for human beings. It's terrible. I don't know how you can listen to a lot of the modern day music and come away thinking that people are inherently good, because it's all about sex or drugs or drinking or whatever, beating on people, violent stuff, and it's just not worth listening to. Have I tested those Diablo steel blades for the circ saw? No. That was day before SoAlz learned flip flops on a roof is no good. I don't know what you're talking about. I used to go up there with my bare feet. The paddle bits are fine from Diablo. They don't suck. They're fine. Milwaukee masonry. All right, we'll catch back up to the chat. AC/DC made a new album 2 years ago. I don't know who that is, but good for them. Cheap Amazon Chinese off-brand tool against real brands. I've done that. I've done it live. You can go back. I did a live stream of Temu, the just some drill. Tested out at an Amazon Hiapu. I think that's how you call it. What was it? Hiapu. HIIPOO brand drill. I got a Hachika over there that I've never used. Did you ever try the cork shoes and roofing? Oh no, never tried it. My first power tool, I actually still have it. Hold on, I'll show you. You guys will enjoy this. I actually got a set of 4 of these back in the day. So this is what, mid-90s? You guys remember these that took the 2 battery cylinders in the bottom, right? I still had the 4 tool set. I got these for, I think, a Christmas gift one year, and used them for a long time. This is not the same set, but used them for a long time. This still works if I charge the batteries, just not well. But yeah, that was my first set. The drill that I used for every day in construction was a 15-pound Milwaukee corded drill. Are Diablo's masonry bits better than Milwaukee's? Yeah. Bosch Bulldog. Bosch Bulldog's incredible. Materials, it's you can get pretty much the same brands from Amazon as you can on Temu or TikTok. That's how bad that stuff is. Do I think M12 is worth buying into? Yeah. Bosch Bulldog is great. It's supposed to be. It's great. Best rotary hammer on the market is the Bosch Bulldog. The best masonry bits on the market are Bosch Bulldog bits. Like, if I can, I will, Radine. If I can test the new Bosch stubby, I will. I don't spend a whole lot of money on Bosch because the views just aren't there, but I love their brand. You got the skill drill from the early 80s somewhere. I still actually have like a, if you remember the Makita drill that had those long tube batteries, like torpedo style batteries that went into the handle. I still have one of those in my attic. I will never get it down and I will never use it, but it's still there. What's up, Panther? Thanks. Don't say my name. I appreciate that. I'm going to give you $2 super sticker. Thank you very much. Every dollar you guys donate goes to help buy the new door here. Three grand for a door is ridiculous, but it is what it is. Smash the like button by double tapping the screen. Those are the same ones I saw. Dude, hey, they still work. You can't buy the batteries for them anymore, but they still work. What's wrong with my door? Well, as you can see, the broken spring right there. And then down here on both sides, you can, I don't know if you guys can see the damage there in the corner. It's way down there. See the big dent? Here, I'll use that finger. That big dent there in the corner. Somebody tried to pry up on my garage door, and then there is a much harder to see, but a similar one on the other side. It looks like they took some crowbars and tried to wedge some, use a 4x4 for leverage outside because they left a 4x4 and opened the door, and they bent my bar. It's good. What's the pot at now? Like $18. Best oscillating tool blades between Milwaukee, Diablo, Dremel, and Fine. What's funny is Dremel and Fine, same company. So is Diablo. All owned by Robert Bosch. And I would say any of those three are superior to the Milwaukee. Best miter saw. I'm kind of partial to the one I own. I've got the rigid 12-inch dual bevel compound sliding miter saw, but it doesn't have the rails. It has the articulating arms. That for me is the best money I've spent in years because I got that for under $250. DeWalt's where it's at. Okay. What's up, David? David Fuerte. Do you have a Heritage Doors down there? Friends with the owner? No. I heard Rockwell makes decent oscillating tool blades as well. Rockwell, owned by Stanley Black & Decker. Get you the door at cost. I appreciate that. Making the switch from Makita to rigid. This man wins the internet tonight. Thank you, Switchy. That's a good move for you. That's a great move for you because you're going to get better performance out of your tools at a lower cost. For the first time in October, it sounds like it's going to rain at my house. Sucks. Did they get in? No, they did not. So they got in the first time. The second time they didn't get in. The first time I believe it was my son. The second time it could not have been my son. I think it was one of his friends. Am I a rigid employee? No, I'm not an employee of anyone. Sorry to break the news to you. I can just tell you guys the truth. Some guy was flexing that he switched from Milwaukee to Makita. Well, everybody's got to come out in their own way. What's up, M18, man? Hey, man, missed you my first message. Thank you, Dual Tubes. I appreciate you, man. Rockwell does make some good tools, but it looks like they're on the outs with Lowe's right now. Makita Ryobi. Hyper tough over freaking Makita. The DeWalt reliability myth versus Milwaukee in terms of business in terms of their brushless motor. Oh, this is an easy one. That Milwaukee makes a better brushless motor than DeWalt. DeWalt not actually all that reliable, but none of them are really all that reliable. Rigid makes over 200 tools. I don't know what you need more. What's up, Rod the Bodwidger? A great time to hang out with some of my friends here. Rockwell corded hammer drill for $20 at Walmart. Dang, Quint. That's a great buy. If you could make Frankenstein drill, what parts would you use? I would use the new brushless motor that Milwaukee just unveiled for, I believe it was their 6.5-inch circ saw. You know what, honestly, I'd end up probably using most of the parts from Milwaukee because they got the size down, but their batteries suck. I would probably take the new DeWalt batteries and use those if I could. And I like the handle concept from Bosch for the hammer drill better than the rest of them. There you go. Well, don't do that. Don't smoke your tools there, Sayer. It's not good for you. I mean, what's up with Milwaukee batteries? Dude, we were just talking about this the other day. I've never had a Milwaukee battery on a job site I didn't have to wrap duct tape around. How do their batteries suck? They don't stay in, and they fall apart. I built my kids a go-kart from, I have leftover headlight from the neck gers. Get rid of that guy. What are you guys, this stream clipper? Get rid of him. That dude's a racist, and he needs to go. I look like a ryobi guy. I look like I own more, know more, and have done more than you. Is a Bosch better than Makita? Everything's better than Makita. Yeah. Have you had any problems with other tool channels? Yeah. Well, I had one, Ed, the old tech guy. I'll just mention his name here. I don't have any ill will against Ed. But I had gotten a Makita 40-volt set, and he wanted to do the same testing I did. And I was like, well, I got the 40-volt set already. It upset him. So I haven't talked to him since. He thought he could tell me what I could or could not do on my own channel. I was like, do it better than me or don't do it at all. Do I like cars? Yes. I have 10-year-old M18 batteries that are still 100% intact. It just depends on if you're using them professionally or not. The other day, my boss told me that to rip some OSB. All right, hold on. For this fireplace install, okay. He told me I cut too slow. So in my spare time, I've been running circular saws on my dual tubes. God bless you. You're more man than I want to be. Thank you, Kansas. I appreciate you for taking care of that. A good experience with M18 batteries. Good. What's so good about Bosch handles? You got to use them. They've got the best feel, and they feel the most secure when you're actually using them. Install drills plus the Diablo bits cutting through tile. Sweet. Would you buy a rigid tool over a DeWalt? Yes. I'm not going to explain it to you, Colin. Do I like Milwaukee or DeWalt better? I don't care. Neither one of them. There you go. I mean, I've used them for 7 years professionally now. What a good way to go, Keegan. It's another name for a rooster. I don't know why the shirt gets so much attention. It's pretty clear what the explanation is. Why am I breathing so hard? I have a respiratory infection. Oh, sure. Where is he? Jonathan, leave a comment and I'll make him on. Absolutely right, Colin. That is exactly what it means. I don't do any drugs. Diablo or Milwaukee tile bits? Easiest answer ever. Diablo. Use power tools? Good for you. Do I have any suggestion for dust collection? The Neuro Hercules dust collection looks amazing. I haven't used it yet, but it does look amazing. Similar style to, similar style to the Festool, just at a much lower price. The best skill saw, I think you named it. It is a skill saw. John, if you can prove me wrong, do so. If you can, shut your mouth. All-time favorite power tool innovation. Rigid right angle impact wrench. Ooh, power tool innovation though. I prefer my miter saws without the sliders on them. I like the articulating arms because it takes up less space. Does diamond give any advantage over carbide? Yeah, it'll last longer. Can we get a, no, Zach, you cannot. Hercules dust extractor is amazing. Had it for a week now, it's worth the buy. There you go. There you go. When you guys put me on the spot, like what's my favorite power tool innovation? That's a keyless chuck. My most expensive tool, an $18,000 zero-turn riding lawnmower. My favorite impact driver, Rigid Stealth Force, and the Metabo triple hammer. Hey, Brant, what's up? Enjoy the videos. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I hope you guys are getting to see me and like understand that I'm just a normal guy. That's kind of the whole goal of this. Favorite drill, rigid octane hammer drill. I want to get that Hercules dust extractor. Do it. Favorite recip saw. The Flex. Flex has my favorite recip saw because not as much vibration as anything else. Rigid Works multi-tool with changeable heads. Oh, the Rigid Megamax. Rigid Megamax is amazing. Wait, so are Milwaukee diamond bits that bad? No. Diablo carbide bits are better than them. Yes. Got the Metabo triple hammer kit for $42 last year. That's amazing, Quint. Best impact wrench, the DeWalt, their new high-end, high torque. Favorite impact bits? Bosch. Bosch has the best impact rated bits, bar none. Weehaw also makes an amazing bit. Best battery brad nailer. Milwaukee makes the best nailers. We are finally getting rain. It's the what day of the month is it? The 24th or something? Finally getting rain for the first time in the month of October. Favorite tool cart. Oh, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I got to tell you about it. I like the U.S. Generals. Hypertough. I just saw this the other day. Hypertough has some new stuff coming out. They've got a modular box. Don't worry, it's not professional grade. They got a tool cart. I showed that in a video. Now I saw that they have a foldable or collapsible 3-tier tool cart that they're coming out with. Now, I don't think they're going to be great. I don't think you're going to spend top dollar on it, but in a pinch for a homeowner, it's going to be good enough. But yeah, I just got excited when I saw that. I was like, hey, you know, If I can save money, Rigid makes best sewer snake, dude. Flex has the best tower light. I agree with that, Sharush. Colin, yeah, favorite sewer snake. My best sewer snake is obviously Rigid. Rigid Red, can't go wrong. Easy, yeah. Best value torque wrench. Dude. I think that Pittsburgh's still like $10. I think that's great. You're welcome, Rod. Yeah, the CMT blades are incredible. Best wheel barrel. Yeah, I don't care. Butterbean Hercules. Advice on how to get rigid tools that are no longer made. You can't. Buy them from like Facebook or something. That's about the only eBay. Honest answer. If Makita offered you life-changing money to be a lifetime sponsor, would you take it? Hell no. $9.99 might be crazy, but have you thought about visiting the trades or job sites to do some of the job tests? I feel like it would make more entertaining content. I've thought about it. I've asked, but a lot of the dudes are, how shall I say it? In the trades, English is not a very common language to use, even here in the Midwest. And a lot of those guys don't want to be on camera. Now, there's some like plumbers and whatnot, and I've offered to have them come, like some of the guys that I know, have them come and do the tests or whatever, but they just get too nervous in front of the camera. Tools Tested has a video showing the Pittsburgh being very accurate. Yeah. Most unused tool, Makita. Okay. Unknown. Quit. Just quit. Good torque wrenches would be the Icon or the Quinn Digital ones. There you go. Ren would know. He's a mechanic. He's an expert at that. All right. Best torque Harbor Freight clickers. Yeah. Beam torque wrenches. So I appreciate that $9.99 super chat. Mark, thank you very much. I don't know if I said thank you, but thank you. It means a lot. What brand tool for the electrician? Honestly, electricians, most of what you guys do is pretty easy. You're using machine screws, tap cons, and with that, honestly, if Bosch hadn't done away with their 12-volt line, it would be the easiest choice, but Milwaukee 12-volt line for you guys. Is it okay for the metal head of an impact to get scratched up? Sure, doesn't hurt it. Rigid table saw with a rolling stand for $279. Amazing. I have one. It's awesome. First live stream. I've been watching the vids for a little bit. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, man. It's to bet on the Cowboys. Best pneumatic framing nailer. I'll show you. Somebody right now is frantically typing in Metabo, but it is not accurate. It's this one. It is this one. This is the one I personally have. This is the one I personally use. I use this even above my Milwaukee M18. It is more reliable. Denatool says Weehaw is the most sold insulated tools for Sparkies. Is he smoking crack? It's Klein. Thank you, Jake. See, I told you somebody would be there. Best impact wrench. I've already answered this one. The new DeWalt high torque. What are you doing streaming this late at night? Plasma? I have school in the morning. Dude, go to bed. I am a shill. Quit lying to people about tools. Your information is irrelevant. Wrong. Pick up your camera and prove me wrong. If you can't, shut up. How can I tell if a cordless tool is brushless without the box saying? Just curious. Squeeze the trigger. If you see sparks, it's brushed. Hold on. I'll show you an easier way so you can just look. I got to put my shoe back on every time. You see these vent holes, things like this, these multiple or large vent holes like that? This is a brushed tool. And even though you can't see the sparks, I assure you this is brushed. Let me see if I've got another. I don't buy brushed tools very often. And the ones I do buy, I've had around forever. Yeah. So this is another brushed tool. First of all, they're going to be longer than a brushless tool because they have to accommodate that additional area. But you're going to notice these bigger vent holes because those brushes get hotter quicker. As experience with I don't like Wegos. I prefer wire nuts. Forward, thanks for being here. I appreciate your patronage, and I don't care if you live, breathe, or don't. It just doesn't matter to me. My pleasure, Jake. The best toilet for taking a dump, the one at your mom's house. Okay, Jamie, or Jimmy, Joni, whatever your name is. I like how you guys go, you know nothing about tool. I know more than you. Best tape measure, Stanley Fatmax. Says on the tool itself. No, they don't. Not everyone. Sorry to tell you, but they don't. Best miter saw, the rigid 12-inch dual bevel. Actually, it's probably the Bosch Glide Doctor. The security wire nuts, if you do them right, they're not going to come loose. Wagos, I think Tools and Tactics has shown time and again that Wagos will come loose. Favorite truck brad for durability? I don't care. Are you a Ford guy or a GM guy? Well, I buy Ford, but it's just because that's what I'm used to, and then Chevy doesn't accommodate my long legs. Do you do much with tongue? Ask my wife. She thinks I do. Gotta say, thank you for taking time out of your day to provide people with knowledge. Thank you, Jake. I do my best, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Do you have any recommendations for a corded shop vac? Yes, I do. A rigid corded shop vac. It is the absolute standard by which every other shop vac in the world is compared to. Oh, do I do anything with tongue and groove pliers? Yes, I do. I did a whole video on them not too long ago. What do I do for work? Colin, I'm retired. Best sheet metal cutters. You know what? I don't really know. I'm not ashamed to admit when I don't know. The Milwaukees are nice. The DeWalt, I think DeWalt has a pair that are nice. Be honest with you, I don't use them enough to really know. Rigid 16-gallon for $59 is pretty hard to beat. 10 snips. Yeah, I know what you meant. Get a haircut? All right, thanks. Shinova, yeah. Favorite oscillating multi-tool, the DeWalt 12 volt. What does my shirt mean? If you can't figure it out, I don't need to tell you. Best water pump. Are you asking me about the best hung groove plier? Is that what you're asking me? Best water pump? The one you need to get your car running. I don't know. Should I switch from Milwaukee to rigid? Depends on you. If you're a professional, no. If you're a homeowner, yeah. Weiss. There you go. Thanks, Fred. I appreciate you. Is your video on getting best deals at Home Depot on your channel? Yep. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's a short I did today. I showed you guys how to hack a deal. You like the Lennox? I love Lennox. Any cutter from Lennox is top notch. It's for $35 was a steal. J-Dub, JWC Tech, $34 for the heated hoodie. No worries, Logan. That was a steal. I didn't get that one. Favorite bolt cutter. I don't cut bolts, sorry. Sorry. Take it easy, Kansas. Yeah, I'm about done. Thank you, Jaden. My favorite hardware store. Actual hardware store is Corner Hardware right here in Butler, Missouri. Oh, you mean like bigger one, box store. Home Depot. Can't stand freaking Lowe's. A grinder. Take it easy, Quint. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you know what, guys, we're done. I didn't anticipate being on here this long, and I'm sorry. I'm sick and I am sweating, so sorry about that. I'm nearing 90K subs. I had no idea. Thank you, Just Danny. Appreciate you. We love you too. We love all you guys. We hope you have nothing but the best in your life, and you get more than you deserve. But other than that, we're out of here. Thank you all for showing up. Look for my Makita video. Yes, I'm making a Makita video. No, it will not be serious, but I'm making one. Excuse me. Look for my Makita video to drop very soon. So for all you Makita guys out there, don't forget, blow them like you know them. And for the rest of you, manscape like you landscape. If you trim your bush, your deck will always look big. We're out of here, guys. Soon as my wife quits moving in front of the door.